Beautiful people. Lemon, you were the first one in. Congratulations. You must be on the ball today. Hopefully, the stream is going to be okay. Like the song was a little glitchy, the twitchy. We are back at it. We're 4 nails away from finishing Mario and then going on to Doctor Who. That will be interesting. But to recap what we've done, did Bowser, Mario, Luigi, Bowser Jr., and not the last stream, but the last stream when we were doing the Mario set, we did Dry Bones. I must say, he's one of my favorites. He turned out very well. Today, we are going for Monty the Mole, and if there's time, we're going to do Fall Guy. That will. We are. Bowser Jr. and Dry Bones are your favorite? Dry Bones is one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, Bowser Jr. is one of my favorites too. Second. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, hello, J Rob. I hope you're feeling a bit better today. We are working on Monty the Mole, and if time, we're gonna do Fall Guy with him. 4 nails away from being done this, and going on to Doctor Who. I think that'll be interesting. What did you guys think about my chaotic stream yesterday? Tiny bit, well, a tiny bit better is better than worse, so I'll take it. Hope you feel fully better. I was just thinking, what do we like to see here? Do we like to see the character art? Should we do character art with maybe sets in between? Full sets like we did yesterday of different things like stamping and that. Just trying to gauge what you kind of want to see, I guess you'd say. Bit fever, sick feeling, egg. Oh, body aches and massive headache. Oh, oh dear, why are you here? You should be laying down and resting. My goodness. I hate body aches, pains, and headaches. Those are the worst. Absolute worst. This one's the only reason I said today we might do Monty Mole and Fall Guys because I want to see the Mole. I think he's going to be pretty easy, but you know, I've said it was easy to do something before, and then it turned out to be crazy. So who knows? Ride this journey. Great unknown. Well, well, at least the good news, J. Rob, for you. Tonight is movie night. It didn't get canceled. Oh, you can lay in bed and still do movie night. That'll be interesting. I'm interested to see what the two picks are. I think it'll be fun. Either way, like watching the characters. That's breaking it up and doing something different. Cool too. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed yesterday. A little different than focusing on a thing, but I'm just trying to decide what do you guys want to see them. Me, I'm okay with either, but maybe breaking them up in between a couple sets, or maybe even in between in the sets, like up now and then, like we did yesterday. Funnier thing is, I've been thinking that I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but guessing May 4th I should do something Star Wars. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, some Star Wars stuff, but I never watched the whole thing. Kind of going with the what we'll do that day. That sounds like a breakup day, you know. The funny thing is, we started this character journey with the Mario set because it was Mario Day. I don't know. I'm sure other people would really like a full blown Star Wars set, but I guess I'd be down for it. Really want to do Doctor Who next. May the 4th is like right around the corner, so I doubt I'll be done by then. Star Wars would be so cool too. Yeah, that's the thing. And then I was like, oh, do it for May 4th, but if I do Doctor Who next, I won't be able to do the Star Wars. I'd be able to like do a nail. So I'm like, a postpone Doctor Who set, but you kind of want to start the Star Wars set on May 4th, right? Oh, if you start early and finish the last nail on May 4th, that's true too. I guess it could go that way too. That is true. Maybe. Maybe we can do that. I just have to go and, well, I guess we could start it. If it seems like we're getting too close to finishing it, always put a random set in, then finish it for May the 4th. Wait, on May the 4th, we post on Instagram the full set. Yeah, hate it. Hate it at all. Well, hello, Clay. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be doing Monty Mole. Whatever you do, I'm here for it. It seems like you are. You're one of my biggest fans. You, Lemon, few others that I see that can like. Well, there's a few others I know actually watch the VODs. You guys always manage to catch the lives. I appreciate every single one that watches the VODs and gets into the lives. Okay, let's see how far we get. I am interested here for it. Monty the Mole. I was thinking maybe we'll also get people to post their. Oh, I feel like with our chit chats here. Of course we're friends, J Rob. Of course. And that's true. Friends do have to support each other. We're only as good as our support team, right? Trust me, even though we live many, many miles apart, we are friends through the internet, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, closer would be cool. Hanging out in real life would be cool. That nowadays, before the internet, you couldn't do these kind of things, meet people. And it's so cool to get to meet so many different people. Like, think about it. If the internet didn't surface, many people wouldn't have met people or learned different things because we'd all be doing the same thing. Well, communities learn so much from each other. Like, I know if I didn't have all these nail things that I could go to, I'd probably run out of ideas. Thankfully, I don't have so many people. I know my last stream I was so hyper, but I think that was the anxiety of. Normally, I have a plan of what I'm doing. Just felt like yesterday I was didn't have a plan and flying by the seat of my pants. It was making me hyper anxiety. But I did have fun. And you know what I was very impressed with? The fact that I didn't spill any pigment. That part impressed me the most because I'm always spilling the pigments. They turned out great. I think. You. I'm actually pretty proud of those ones too. I did like them. Liked them a lot. The only thing I wish I did, but I already top coated it, which I had planned in my head, but clearly forgot, was I wanted to outline the leaf in black and put like the veins in, but my hand drawn one, but oops. It's okay. It still looked good without it. Next year, try again. Next year, try again and try to remember everything that I wanted to do. Oh yeah, didn't you want the peel off so you could use the hubby to practice hand too? I hope you feel better enough that you. I know that's the worst feeling ever is when you're sick and you want to like practice but stuck because you just feel so bad. And then you feel bad for not being able to do what you wanted to do, what you planned to do. But you just feel so sick that you can't bring yourself to do it. And then, trust me, I know what you're feeling. It's horrible, I know. I hate being sick. Read it with a passion. All we can do is hope to get better as fast as possible. But I think you'll do it. Hopefully, you'll feel good enough that you can do it. I always find too, even when I'm feeling, well, it's when I feel a little better. Not completely better, but a little better. I try to do something that makes me feel good, like pills or something, just to give me that little bit of what's it called? Kind of give me the drive to keep going when I'm feeling still sick, but not horribly sick. Motivation. Oh, you're gonna sculpt gel on your husband. I know. The funny thing is, I can sculpt gel on myself half decently, but when I do it on somebody else, I find that they're a little more on the bulkier side than I'd like to. But mind you, I'm also using a little tiny skinny teenager as my model, so it's really hard with those little tiny hands. I guess where her fingers are half the size of mine. So it's like an even smaller surface. I hate lacking motivation. The other day when I was sick, I was having an off day. I didn't want to stream, but I knew everyone was going to be able to tell in my voice and stuff. But I decided, you know what? I lit on the couch all day. I need to do something to motivate and change my outlook right now. So I was like, that's it. We're doing it. Glad I did push myself. So it did help for the rest of the You're so used to doing the backwards motion. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm so used to the forward motion of doing Kayla's. It went and like because she was, I was because she was using doing my nails and I was doing hers. I wasn't as used to the backwards motion. I'm getting it slowly better at it, but sometimes it's like seems like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. Okay, yeah, it's so funny too, the backwards and forwards, like, and then the even greater thing is when you forget what direction you have it in. You forget what direction you have it in. You're like, zzz, oh, wait, nope. Yeah, I found doing my friend because she has bigger hands like me. It was easier than when I was doing Kayla's. I was like, oh my goodness, need so much less gel just to do it. The same thing. So that's why I like to just practicing. And I think definitely like doing these characters have challenged my line work to like before I used to struggle really bad with my line work. Now I'm finding my lines are a lot more. I can make them a lot more thinner, a lot more straighter. I like them long stiletto or coffin. Yeah, I usually like coffin, but kind of went with just the square right now because I wanted more surface for the pictures that I was doing. Kept them more square, but I try to coffin them in. Or because this nail is my ski slope nail, as they call it. It doesn't go up; it goes down. And what I notice is when I get to this point, and it's starting to tilt up too much compared to my other one. That's when I know I have to snap it and start going the other way. So it's like, do I go short set again this week, or do I get one more month out of this nail before I chop it? It's just like because it always goes up. Eventually, like it'll be like almost flush with the top of my fingernail. And that's the one thing I hate. That's a nice shave square. They look like 2x4s on me. Well, I try to taper them in a little. Some I get to taper in nicely, some don't. I'm still working on that one, but yeah, it's the filing. I think honestly, out of all the things to do, you know what? I don't even remember if I turned the light on. So let's try again. All the things I do, I find shaping is the hardest. Like I was telling my husband, I did this nail, this one, focus, on March the 28th. Now the grow out is almost near the tip where I'm gonna have to start to shave it off and fill it in because this one the same way, almost too far out that all the weight is down here now. Like, ugh, I'm gonna have to change these soon, but I kind of don't want to shape them off. And sure, I could probably paint the back, but then I gotta fix the whole structure. Like, holding on for as long as I can. I have a funny feeling I might get stupid, go too long, and then snap my nail off. Then I really would be going for shorties. I was thinking of filling in the hair, but this one, because like the weight of it is right there now. Like, this would be way so thin still. And if I try to just go here with a little bit of filler, then I'm gonna have like a camel hump. I feel. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I thought about just painting them in, but I really need to add more gel to them because they're literally like at the end. If you look at it, his hat is at the tip of my his hat right here is at the tip of my nail bed. That's here. Like, oh, I wish I had thicker nail beds, but longer nail beds. But because I have such short nail beds, I have to always. I can't go too long. I think the most I can, most most of the time is 5 weeks. I'm really pushing it, 6 weeks, but by then the whole design is out on the free edge. We all know what that's like. Not good. Okay, so we are going to the nose in first, I think. But since you've been sick, I guess you've been at least thinking ideas for your next nail sets. Always thinking the next one. Yeah, I thought about just going over it with clear gel and hopefully like the design wouldn't get lost. And I was afraid it might just look a little weird. But who knows? Maybe I'll try it. That's the fun part about doing nails is you experiment, right? Experiment and try new things. Who knows? Maybe we'll come up with the next cool way of doing something or the next trend. We all learn from each other. Like, who knows? I I like getting ideas for other people. I think we like that shape for the nose, so we're gonna put it in. And I was thinking maybe I'm won't get so ambitious next time and do so many. Try to do all these characters. I think I might try to do like 4 designs and maybe a character nail here. But then I'm like, okay, but can I really do a character nail on my right hand? I don't know. I'm not that steady with holding my brush with my left hand. I can do it. Not where I will try. Trust me, I am totally impressed by those who can do are ambidextrous and can use both hands and make a really kick ass design. Like, I just wish my left hand would listen. Do the art the way I want you to do it. I can right hand it no problem. The left hand, no. Oh, I know dimensional nails. Yeah, they are fun. The only reason I'm not the biggest fan of dimensional nails is every 4 weeks I never like try to extend them or just fill them in and keep going. I end up taking the whole thing off because I want to try something else. That's why I just like characters or a painted design because I find that it's a lot more easier to e-file than uh, all the sparkles and the gel. And it's like maybe it's just my laziness. Let's be real. But it's like it's already gonna take me so long to do my nails that I try to find the fastest way to take off what I got on. But every so often I do go put sparkles in, but I always find those sets always take longer to take the design off. But I know a lot of people actually do the what's it called? Just continue their design. I think is really cool. I've thought about doing it a couple times. Oh, okay. That actually sounds like a good idea. That's the thing is, and that's I see some people too. They don't even take off full nail polish. They just fill in and add the new design on top of it. It's a light color, and I'm like, even with it's a light color, I'm like, oh, I want to shave it all off. I don't know if it's probably just me, but I don't know. I feel like when you change it, you have to change it. I always type in when I mean on. Yeah, don't worry. I do a lot of that. Poor me. I butchered Ramon's name to ramen. Roman. Goodness, see, even butchering it trying to say it. What did I do again? One of those things. You know what? I'm gonna cure this so I can hang up my phone. Because it's no one important. I'm always making typos too. I swear, I just end up always making typos. I'll always. The funny thing is, I'll read it. It looks right. I typed it out. I glance at it. Everything looks like it's spelt right. Then I hit enter. Then all of a sudden, I realize that the whole word has changed, and I'm like, no, 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 that is not the word I wanted. Phone, what are you doing to me? Why? Why do you do these things? But I do like that when you use something so much that it eventually puts it in your phone and it's like automatically the words you're gonna write. Sometimes I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Ooh, so you're really liking the fiber gel? Everyone says it's really good. I haven't played with that yet, to be honest. But I feel like I don't know because I do the gel overlay. If I want to do fiber gel, I hear everyone's loving the fiber gel. Did you have the bottles or the pots of fiber gel, Sarah? What did you go for? Because like for certain things, I like the polish, like especially when I'm painting like a whole background. But I really do like potted stuff when I'm doing detail work, so I don't have to put it down on like thing like this. Dip in, smear it around on my cover. I know everybody has a difference of what their preferences are. Nailed to mail. Yeah, that one, I'm not gonna lie, my phone does that one too. That one, I think that one's inescapable. But mine does that one too. And the worst part is when it does it when I'm trying to hashtag a post. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm trying to hashtag. Why are you hashtagging this? This is not the word I want. I guess, phones have a mind of their own. I like the fact that I could be talking to the husband about something not related to anything that we would be talking about, really. And then all of a sudden, everything's showing on my Amazon or uh, commercials or things, all of that thing. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Stop listening to me. Like, he was talking about how he was reading some article about this couple that divorced or whatever, and then all of a sudden, my phone is telling me, "Good divorce lawyers in your area." I'm like, "What the hell? Did I say I was getting a divorce? I don't think so." Both before the pots came out, I just put fiber gel on my tile and used it. Oh, hey, that works. That's what I do with a lot of the paints here that aren't pots. But I find what I like about the pots is I can use the cover to put stuff on, and then if it's too much, eventually it can just fall back into the pot. I feel like I'm saving more polish than what I'm doing here. But it's hilarious because my husband will always tell me, you gotta waste it to make. You gotta. It takes money to make money, and I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I could be using this, and this is a waste. But I guess that's partly because when I grew up, you were always told, you ate everything on your plate. Don't leave a crumb. So like for me, it's like almost everything. I'm like, oh no, that's a waste now. Oh, that's a waste, and I'm slowly realizing, okay, you know what? It's okay to waste something. Not like I'm wasting the whole bottle. Even though you feel like that sometimes when you go the next time to open a bottle and you realize, oh, you don't have much left. Soon I'm gonna because now I'm slowly starting to actually pick up a bunch of different nail polishes. Soon I'm going to have to put like well, I do have a notebook beside my thing, but I'm gonna start writing down just before things get empty so I know which ones to put in my cart before oops, they're gone. I don't have anything. It's one thing I'll have to do. We want a little bit of this one, I think. We were My brother did a test. His phone was turned off. He said, "Watch this." We were at Walmart. He turned on his phone and walked through the camping fishing section. Before we left the store, he was getting emails about camping gear. What? Not even talking about it, just walking down the aisle? That's creepy. That is creepy. Won't even deny that one. That one is creepy. Because we also have Alexa in our house. But sometimes we'll stay on the couch and she just goes off. An item you were looking for. I'm like, not now. This is not the time or place. Pick, pick and choose your battles. Right now is not the time. Man, now I want to do that and see what happens. That's crazy. I mean, that's really creepy. But that is definitely a creepy one. I don't even know what to say to that one. It's funny when you test those things, though. Sorry if you heard that. Yeah, some things I don't. I question. Question really hard. I bet. Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised too. Yeah, paranoid people, they really know how to, like, they dissect it. They don't just not just paranoid for no reason. They've dissected stuff. They've tested out different theories all the time. Some with good reasons. Some paranoid things are just, you know, far fetched, but for the most part, when they said, "Oh, internet will all give us cancer and radiation," there are some people, yes, true, because there are some people that are affected by noises and hums from the machines and stuff. But I don't think it's going to kill us all, because if not, we'd already all be going through that. Funny, Monty the Mole kind of reminds me of a sea otter. No complaints here. Oh, hello, Debbie Nail. Debbie. Oh, God. Dev. Diva? Diva. I'm going to leave it at Diva. Sorry, I don't want to butcher your name. I am so sorry. But welcome in. We are working on Monte the Mold. I am horrible with names. I will say I don't hear letter sounds, so reading is not my strong suit. I I know some people will get offended by the fact that, you know, I can't do it, but I try my best, and that's all I can do. Okay. Oh, why, thank you. I hope you feel better soon. Seems like there's something going around, man. Everybody's getting sick. That's not cool. I bet you it has to do with this crazy weather we've all been having. Well, I don't know about you guys and where you live, because I don't know where everyone lives. The joy of the internet, but with us, we had Short weather last week. This week we're back in winter jackets, and my kid is already sniffling. So who knows? I'm blaming Mother Nature on all these colds. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope you feel good. Lurk away. Hopefully, we can make you feel a little better. Or at least that's my hope. Everybody has a good and happy Friday. Hmm. I don't know why I do some things that I do. That one was fine, and then I go and touch it. But I hope everybody at least, because it seems like everyone here is semi under the weather. I hope at least everybody's having a happy Friday. I don't know. I'm happy because it's Friday. Means that tomorrow I can sleep in. So, I'll take it. This is what we got so far. We're gonna cure him up a bit. Cure. I want to come back in with my mixer. We are going to want a little bit of that darker gray still, so I'm going down here, tip and make it a little lighter. I think that's why I like using this big plastic because I have so much room to just mess around with things. I still eventually, I know when I've used up all these face shields. For you, those of you who are just joining in, haven't haven't been told yet what this lovely piece of plastic is. It is the face shields from the COVID. I have a bunch of them that I don't really need per se. And I was like, how can I use it? I haven't gotten myself one of those tiles or anything yet. So I was like, wait, I'm going to use it this way. So I use it. It gets, because the lamp's right here, sometimes stuff gets cured on the thing. But then I just toss that one out and put a new one up. And it's like I have like the biggest, what are those things called, anyways? Those pallets or whatever. Like the Bob Ross holding you throw your paint on, except mine is a big one that you just throw your nail polish on the below you. I was gonna say on the ground, but I don't know if I really want nail polish at this point on my fingers. I'm gonna come in with this darker gray a bit. Tonight I'm having the leftover taco potatoes we made with some salmon. Since we still have some taco potatoes left over. Excited. Gonna go with that. Interesting. I've seen Deviant Nails videos before. I think I remember her accent maybe. The funny thing is, yes, I think that's exactly who this is. And if I'm correct, from the UK. But I'm so used to seeing that little character with the black and the red. Black and red? That's the thing. It's so sometimes I see the names, and because I'm not on their stream and seeing it how they have it done, I get confused a bit. But I think that's who that is. I think you are right, J Rob. I've enjoyed catching the streams, but I still don't know how to pronounce the names. I try to listen to other streams when I see other people in there to try and catch the name and learn it, but it's like after a little while, my brain just goes, oops. Oh, hello, Sereni. Thanks for coming. Lurk away, my dear. Deviant? Ah, why, thank you, J Rob. I can get that. Deviant. Okay. Deviant. Thank you so much for helping me out there. But lurk away and have fun picking the kids up. I don't know. Sometimes I think, ooh, picking the kids up, yay. Then I think, oh, wait, it's gonna get a whole lot louder. Okay, that's why we had kids. We enjoy a little bit of loudness, right? Okay. Yeah, I think the very first time I found Deviant's stream, if it is that person I'm thinking that it is, the first time I saw her stream, she was putting together a paper unicorn. I thought it was really cool because like that's a tedious task. I know I sit here and do a tedious task of nails, but folding and sticking paper together, that's a whole nother kind of art form. My goodness. I'm botching this up a bit. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna come back in with that. Try that again. Because I actually saw something that. Do you want the darker one first? A little bit there. A little bit there. Darker. You guys are making me feel so special. All you guys showing up nowadays. I love the little community that's being created by all of you guys. Really and truly. Okay, now we're gonna come in with white. Too much on there. I'm gonna square it up a little. Oh, I think this guy's starting to turn out a little cutesy. Cutesy. Cure that up for a minute. I think we might have time to fit in Fall Guys still. We will see where the time takes us, but I don't think there's going to be much that I can put on him. But we're still going to try. Anybody have any exciting plans for this weekend? Most people's plans are just going to be to rest. I get. I have to do. I want to sleep in a little bit, but um, I do have to go see the doctor tomorrow. So I do have to go there. My Jane got his button shot. No. Oh. Well, thank God the chicken's okay. I've had an incident like that. I think that's the thing. I think that's the best thing about like annoying him. People being truthful with everybody. These things happen. My lovely butt of a girl dog. I like to just call her butt because she likes to get in trouble sometimes. But I love her. I was downstairs. This was around Christmas time. I was downstairs in the basement trying to get the Christmas tree out so we could put the Christmas tree up. Kids came downstairs, which a little background before I actually get into the story, I guess. My dogs do not go upstairs usually during the day. The youngest one goes upstairs to sleep in my room at night in her crate because she's crate trained. And the older one stays downstairs in the living room. But normally they will not go upstairs during the day. So it's not something I have to worry about, even though I do have a blocker. I don't let the ferrets out of my son's room when they're out playing. But I was down in the basement trying to take the Christmas tree out. And the kids come running downstairs like, "Mom, what are you doing? Are you okay?" I said, "What? I'm just getting the box." I said, "Nothing." She's like, "What was that drilling noise?" I was like, "I didn't drill nothing. What are you talking about?" I have this tree halfway up the stairs in the basement, and all I hear is my son scream blue murder. Mom, Rose has the ferret in her mouth. Mom, come. I panicked. Dropped the Christmas tree all the way down the stairs, and mine's a pre-lit Christmas tree, so I was like, oh my gosh, I hope to God I didn't break the lights. But I dropped that all the way back down the stairs and run up the stairs. I thought the ferret was dead the way she was lying. I called my husband in a panic, and he's like, well, I'm not home yet, but when I get home, we'll check it out. I'm sure she'll be okay. You're just overreacting. But I'm like, I sent him a picture. I'm like, look, she looks dead. Well, I tell the kids to leave the ferret alone. Come downstairs, Went through a traumatic ordeal. I thought I pre-warned the kids that okay, maybe she won't make it. Just letting you know, like I want to be real with you guys. We sat downstairs for an hour. Went upstairs. I couldn't find the ferret. She went and hid herself in the tube. She was shook for 2 days after that incident, but then after that, perfectly fine, back to her normal self. I always tell the kids, see, sometimes you just don't know. Because it seems like it's going to be a bad thing. I said, my God, I said, I've heard of ferrets playing dead, but man, I couldn't believe that was playing like that. That I thought was real. Now I think if when that time comes that she does pass, I'm going to be like, no, she's just playing dead, and not believe it. But that was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I never want to go through that again. So I always told the kids, make sure that if you're gonna let the ferrets roam like that, somebody is always in the room. If you're not gonna stay in the room and you're gonna go downstairs, or because I'm not always gonna be in the living room to make sure the dogs stay in the living room. I said, put them away, please. So thankfully, we've had no other incidents, but that one was scary for me. So I can imagine how you felt with the dog and the baby chicken. I could totally imagine. I'm sure you were just screaming as much as I was. I think I freaked out the kids more by screaming the way I was, but I couldn't believe it. Then The doggo had to go on a little timeout for a bit because that behavior was not acceptable. Which the funny thing is, she knows about her timeouts. So funny how smart they are. She knows if she's done something wrong. Like if I catch her and she's done something wrong, she'll automatically walk to her crate and get inside. I'm like, so if you know that that was wrong, why'd you do it in the first place? Oh my goodness. Dogs are definitely like having other kids. The only difference is they talk in a different language, which I can definitely say that because Rose, my doggy, name, she will actually get up and growl in my face if she comes over and puts her paw on me and I don't let her out. Tell her, go lie down. Don't need to go out. You were just out like an hour ago. She will literally growl in my face till I let her out. Oh no, you can't be out of Kleenex. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. No one ever wants to be Kleenex. But if you're still letting it all out, I guess that's a good sign that everything is coming out and you'll maybe get better soon. Fingers crossed. Little of the darker. Oh, you switched it up. Oh, you missed what I said about the ferrets. Oh, well, I can tell you it again. That is not a problem. I was down in the basement getting my Christmas tree out, because obviously Christmas, and the kids came down screaming and asking me, "Are you okay, Mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just getting the Christmas tree out. Why?" Like I thought you were drilling something. It sounded like a drill. I got the Christmas box halfway up the stairs. And I heard my son yell out, "Rose has the ferret in her mouth, Mom. The ferret in her mouth." Went upstairs, thought the thing was dead. Told the kids to leave the room for a bit. So we sat downstairs for an hour. An hour later, I went up and I couldn't find the ferret. He had went into her tunnels to hide. And like 2 days, she was fine. I put her back in her cage. She didn't want to come out at first because she got a little spooked. But 2 days later, she was back to her old self. But the dogs never go upstairs. But for some reason, that day, one decided to try it. It was horrible. I was screaming. I was calling my husband. I never felt so bad in my life. Thought for sure. I was like, oh my god, the dog killed the ferret. The dog killed the ferret, babe. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? He's like, relax. I get home and I'll check her. Sure, she's fine. But I didn't realize the ferrets played dead so darn good. I really thought she was dead. Yeah, I was really relieved it was okay. She's still upstairs. Still upstairs making lots of noises now, the ferrets. Two of them. I guess the one got away into the tubes, and I guess one didn't have a fast enough hiding spot. And I guess Rose, she just thought like it was a rabbit or anything else that she could play with. So she She didn't draw blood on it, but the ferret got her. Her nose had a scratch all over it. She had some blood coming from her nose. I told her serves her right for putting a ferret in her mouth. But thankfully, she didn't puncture the ferret while she had it in her mouth. That's what I was more concerned with, was like internal damage. Because I couldn't see any blood coming out of the ferret, so I was like, oh my goodness, I hope she's not like internally damaged. Thankfully, she was perfectly fine. And all the dog ended up with was a little scratch on his nose, on her nose, so it wasn't as terrible as it could have been, thankfully. So I can imagine that you felt the same way with your incident. I don't know why, but I think it's about to rain in my area. I have to check the weather. It just got dark all of a sudden. I know my son is outside playing at a friend's house. The weather's good like tonight. I know we've had off and on rain today. Oh yeah, it's 7% chance. Probably gonna have to pick him up, babe. No, but I'm saying instead of walking home in the rain, he didn't take an umbrella. Oh, yours is a German hunting dog. Yeah, see, one of ours is complete husky. The other one is German Shepherd husky, and it was the complete husky that did it. But our German Shepherd husky wouldn't do it because, like I said, he's what 12 now. He's getting lazier by the day, I swear. But he wouldn't have done it. But she, for some reason, because she's only, I think she's gonna be 4 in a couple months. Wow, we've already had you that long. So I can understand like the German Shepherd hunting German German hunting dog. That's what I always said about Rose, because if Rose sees a squirrel in the backyard or a bunny, forget it. They better run. Like I can't protect every animal. I'll protect the animals inside my house, and I will protect the bunnies outside. I'll go outside and make loud noises before, like during uh, the summer. Like right now, at the stages where the bunnies will hide in the little grass, like the grass and stuff as it's coming up. So I'll go outside, make a little bit of noise, and give the bunnies the fighting chance before I release the beast. 12 is super long for a big dog. Yeah, he's 12 now. So, but we know he's he's getting on his last limb. But it's okay. We've already planned out when we have to make the decision that he's getting spoiled. The, the husband was already saying, "Oh, he's gonna he gets a whole steak to himself." I was like, "Dang." I've listened. I have to listen in silence because I'm working, but the face you're painting is so cute. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Tell it thank you. Well, I usually have the VOD back after, so you guys can watch it whenever there's anything you missed or you wanted to see. That's where we are so far. I think he's looking cute too. Yes, work away. You guys gotta make the money, right? We all didn't have to work. That'd be nice, right? Well, not really, because you need something to occupy your time with, but like, as long as you like your job. The worst thing is to not like your job, because then you just feel like pure misery all day. That's the one thing is these side nails are always the hardest. And you're doing these lines. So adorable. Why, thank you. Are trying to make him. This one is my husband's favorite character to play when we play um, Mario Party. He always picks this. If not, I pick it. But I was enjoying yesterday's stream too. Like I'm impressed because every time I'm like I was saying earlier, every time I do pigments, I drop the powder all over the table. Yesterday, there's something about streaming that makes it better. Yesterday's streaming, I didn't even drop the powder. I think that's the trick. I have to just stream when I'm using things that frustrate me. Then it does better. I don't know what the science is behind it, but I was afraid at first to even think about using pigments on a stream. I'm like, I'm always spilling it, and the words that come out of my mouth are not very pleasant when it happens. Not that I don't want to be pleasant, it's just sometimes things just irk you the wrong way. Especially when you know if you can't save the pigment powder and it's one of your favorite ones. Like, oh no, why? That's why I started putting it on the paper towel. But for some reason, even on the paper towel, it spills on my table instead. Like it has a mind of its own. Big dirty mind of its own. So excited again. It's been a long week. Not gonna lie. It's been an exciting week. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a I've challenged myself with different things. Think about it. Yesterday's stream, I did pigments, stamping, and freehand, all in the one set. That was a pretty fun set to do. I think I'm gonna have to look at how many days it is before the 4th and make the decision: do Star Wars or Doctor Who. I'm looking forward to the Doctor Who set. I know I should be doing something for Star Wars. Yes, J Rob. I've seen people are using eyeshadow. I haven't tested it out myself because I don't. Well, I have some smoky eyeshadow upstairs. Maybe I should try that. I have been seeing people have success with it, and it almost gives it like almost some depending on the eyeshadow. It almost gives it like the chrome look too. So it's like, I want to. Do you think I should matte the nail first? Depends. If you're only wanting to do part of it, then I would matte the nail first. But I would think is your matte a sticky layer? Because I would think for the eyeshadow you might want like with the pigments a little bit of a tacky layer to like put on. What I normally do is I put matte on if I want like if I don't want the whole nail to like absorb the powder, I'll put the matte on. Mine's the wipe. It's a wipe matte coat. So I'll wipe it down so it's matted. And then I'll put like white or a light color that I want to stick to and draw the design or whatever I want to put the shadow on. And then I put it in the lamp for 30 seconds just to like start to cure it so I don't smudge it everywhere, but it's still really tacky. And then I put like the pigments on. I've not tried with nail polish yet, but then I put the pigments on, throw it back in the lamp for a full cure. Then I come out and where I have my pigment powder, I'll go over that with my top coat first, cure that, bring that out, wipe it so that way I'm not having any residue on other parts of the painting I want, then top to coat the whole thing. No, YN top coat is not matte. It is not tacky at all. And it's also a wipe top. The one I have is a wipe. You have to wipe it to, if not, it's just shiny. This is the one I have. And I have to put it on. Then I have to use rubbing alcohol to wipe it. If not, it'll just stay shiny and won't be matted. Or wait, maybe it does have a little bit of a sticky top coat actually if you don't wipe it. Because I forgot to wipe it one day when I was doing the matted top coat, and my white started bleeding, like the residue that was left on it. I don't know. Maybe it is a bit tacky. Hmm. A good question. I've never tried. I've always wiped it off first with rubbing alcohol, and then I just design what I want. So I don't know. Oh, you've seen them buff the nail, then use the eyeshadow? Hmm. I have not tried the eyeshadow yet. I wanted to try it, just like I wanted to try the watercolors, and I did it. But I found from my first stream, which is the very first stream I ever used watercolors, that maybe white wasn't the best idea. I really think I should use my stamping plates as the what's it called? The black instead of the white. So that way it wouldn't have gotten lost as much. But meh, we live and learn, right? That's the thing, is like, as much as anyone wants to say their technique or how they do something, everybody has their own way of doing things. I find we can all like spitball ideas for each other, but I find some people, they just have all the luck. Me, not as much. 6 colors eyeshadow palette. Dollars do I want to try? Ooh. Hey, that's a good way to try it. At least it wasn't no like expensive Mac product or one of those other really expensive brand ones. I'm not gonna lie, I had this pigment powder I used to get from Max Cosmetics when I was a kid. Loved it to pieces. Then either my sister or my cousin stole it. Neither one of them fessed up. But where did I find it later? Back in my makeup bag, opened all over my makeup bag. I was so pissed. Like, and this is why siblings don't like each other. Like, I worked my own job, bought that with my own money. Wasn't going to be able to afford another one. Because the first time I bought it, I was like, whoa, am I really spending this much on eyeshadow? Then obviously, grew up and had kids, and yeah, makeup has to be cheap. That and the fact that I only wear it on like weddings. Be right back, no problem. Remember, I always say real life first. Everything else is just fun. Okay, where are we at with Monty Mole? I'm gonna come over, feel. We have to add this. where his hand would be, just a little bit. No, hand would be out there. You know what? Actually, scratch that idea. I'm gonna cure that because I do like where that is, but I'm gonna outline that part first. I'm gonna outline that part a little bit. I don't want it to get the arm to kind of get lost. It will still kind of get a little lost, but I don't want it to get too lost. Then dip in the gray. Okay. Same with. Just both of them. Okay. Why? Why here? Don't care really. Okay. Oop, ruined that there. Ooh. That down a little thicker than I want. Okay. I'm sure I'll get it in. Ah, you know what? Wipe it all off. I always do that to myself. Don't know why I do it. But even though I had a few hiccups in today's drawing, still staying mostly calm. That's always good. You know what? Okay, let's cure that. don't think I'll be able to fit any of the claws on. They seem to be going off his body some. But as long as we can tell it's Monty the Mole, that's all that really matters. I had to put the dogs out. Oh, I know. That's like the never ending job, right? And always making sure they're behaving. Yeah, that's like ours. Especially in summertime. I have to remember, I have to remind the husband to make sure he put the bolt in the gate because if not, the wind somehow blows our back gate open sometimes and Rose is gone. And she's also notorious for digging out. What was it? 2 years ago? Thankfully, my next door neighbor is nice. Really nice lady. Rose got under the fence and tore up her vegetable garden. I was mortified. I offered to replant everything. Thankfully, that's it was it was a crop she dug up. He wasn't having any luck letting it like having it grow. I was like, oh my goodness, thank God it was that one, not her good ones. Oh my goodness, I was so pissed. Like, Rose, you dig another hole. I'm going to send you to the moon, but you know that's what huskies do, right? They're notorious diggers. So it's like should be warned. So now when I find where she wants to dig for the day, or in the summer when I find her new dig hole spot, I get a big piece of concrete slab and put it up against the fence and drive her away from it. And that's all I can do is keep driving her away. Not she'll have the whole backyard dug up. And sometimes she's my escape artist and my digger. Okay. I don't know. We're doing the arms. That's what I was supposed to be doing earlier. Got sidetracked by outline. The arms in. I think we all get a little sidetrack every once in a while. Also looking forward to having salmon. Because yesterday I was the only one that ate leftover taco potatoes. So I was like, nope, today you guys need to eat the leftover taco potatoes. So I'm only making fish to go with it. You must eat what I make. You're like this, I think. Nope, no, no, scratch that. Too high up. Let's put the arms in first, like I said I was gonna do, woman. Sometime. Even though it's not much of the arm, but all the surface I have left. Okay. Got it good. Now, okay. Okay, we got one foot done, guys. Ooh, UPS is here. Ooh, is it some new products? Okay. Okay. Make sure the volume's down. I am streaming. Sorry. Son came home because it's raining and brought a friend with him. So if you hear anything in the background, I apologize. Okay. Let's try that out. Oh, wish this. It's okay. We all squish something, right? Oh, I'll squish a little something. 12. Okay. I think we're gonna have to outline the a bit first. We are getting it done. Monty Mole, which, depending on time, which looks like we might have time today, it looks like we're getting a little faster. So it looks like we'll have time to go in with Fall Guy. Means then we'd only have 2 nails left to do. That's not bad. Speaking of that, I said I was going to do that twice now and haven't done that. How many days is it till May 4th? Ooh. So maybe. Oh. 4th will be a Thursday. Yep. So literally 2 weeks away. If we roughly we do, I don't know what characters we're in. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna have to go Star Wars after this, so we can be done a Star Wars set. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. I think we're gonna have to postpone Doctor Who until we do Star Wars. All because of May 4th. I think that's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have to have no other choice. Come on, we can't have May 4th without Star Wars, so I think we have no other choice but to start it. So, do you have any ideas on what characters or things you want to see on the nails for Star Wars? Put it in the Discord. We'll take all ideas. No ideas ever too dim. We'll see what we end up with. Oh, your lime drop, your wins from the. What did you end up getting for them? The candy? I guess because it had to be shipped, it would have to be candy. I guess it really wouldn't be anything. They had some interesting looking drinks, the lime drops. Definitely, maybe a place I'd check out if I was I got some hot sauce, rim paste, and a couple bags of spicy candy. Well, see, that sounds like my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. I don't know. I don't do well with spice because I get heartburn. Like, I like a smoky, spicy thing. Or, uh, but there's certain, like, I don't like the pepper tasting spice stuff. Like, when a hot sauce tastes like Scotch bonnet, I'm like, can we add some flavor? I'm more of a flavor with a nice heat that goes away. My husband's is more of a burn your face off and burn your face off some more. Oh, but wait, nothing's ever spicy enough to burn your face off. Mine's face is always burning. If I make the burgers too spicy for me, he's like, "Oh, well, these were good. They had flavor." I was like, dude, I'm dying. Like, pass me a bucket." I love spicy. Well, I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, me and I only like a little bit of spice. I like heat that stays and goes away. I hate heat that builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. But mind you, I do like my chili when I make it, even though sometimes I do even make it too spicy for myself. Not so much too spicy for my kids. Well, one kid is like me, he doesn't like it that spicy. But the other one, she's like her dad. He will be like, "This isn't spicy enough," and I tell her, "Well, add your own powder." But I'm not so much of the big fan of the spicy, just because I don't like the burning effect that sometimes I get, that the heartburn I can get sometimes. I don't always get heartburn, really random. But when it does happen, I'm pissed. I haven't yet to figure out if it's a certain pepper that triggers it, certain spice. I don't know. But like smoky hot sauce or a hot sauce with what's it called? Pineapple or something fruity. I like those. I like the taste of them. You'll have to post some pictures of what you got in the Discord so we can see it. See what your yummy yummies were. I saw Miss Cheryl's place. I think that's the name. Hopefully I haven't said it wrong. Got her uh Rick and Morty sweater. I thought that sweater was so cool. I was so pissed I missed that stream for that giveaway. But it was my husband's birthday, so not like I really would have been there on stream. But I wanted to be. I have a pickle Rick stuffy somewhere in my room. Okay. This one is so cute. I don't like so hot. It doesn't have flavor. But spicy burn my throat is okay. Yeah, see, it's flavor that sets it off for me. I can handle a bit of heat. I don't know about burning my throat. Like, I don't want to breathe fire. That's where I draw the line. But I don't mind a bit of heat. I like heat that like comes and goes. I hate when it builds and builds and builds, and then I feel like I'm a dragon blowing fire. That is true. I am glad that somebody like that is in all the streams, like pretty out there in the community, won it. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody that like had just joined that like nobody really knew won it, I would have been like, no, I really want it more now. But because somebody like that was really nice won it, it was like, okay, I can accept that I lost it. But I didn't even have a chance because I wasn't even on that stream that day. But as soon as and they said the giveaway was done, I was like, oh man, this was the one stream I didn't want to miss. Like, why does it have to be the husband's birthday? Why? Why couldn't you wait until the day before or the day after to do it? But I guess, can't. Oh, then again, I haven't won anything on a stream yet, so yeah. Who would think that would be my luck to win, anyways? But that was when I saw it on her and like the picture of it, I was like, oh my god, it's so good. I want it more now. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I can afford something like that. I can guarantee you that ain't cheap. Especially the fact that it's hand done. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna add the little toe here. And one maybe. No, I don't think there's enough room on this toe yet. I'll just put a little line here, edge. Okay. And one more thing. Look at that. We're pretty much done the mold. I knew he was going to be a quicker one. I knew he would be quicker. Okay, we're going in for the last full cure. Then we're going to top coat him. He's pretty much done. He's all outlined. When I finish dinner, I will post some pics of my lemon drop window. Oh, I thank you. I would love to see it. Ooh, what is on the menu today? J Rob. What is the lovely menu for dinner? Come out here with this. We're gonna top coat that one in a second. Switch the image that we have going on. Different image time. Now, only thing that we need to add is okay. We want to add some red down. Okay. Bacon, cheese, fries, and salad. That sounds delicious. So delicious. Let's do the top coat on this one first. Boom. I think he's looking so cute. To the I think we're almost point being done the set. But if you guys have any characters that you really want to see done on the Star Wars set, put them in my Discord. The link should be on Jero, you're making me funny. The link for my Discord should be on the about page. Because I just put it a fresh one yesterday. If not, let me see if I can pull up my Discord without crashing my stream. Hopefully I crash it. If I do, I'm sorry guys. You guys can pick what one you want. Boom. Boom. Okay. That should work. Literally just took it off my thing. So, now we're on to Fall Guy. Gonna cheese, tomato. Yeah, I don't always have nuts, but I always have cheese, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. I make like a ridiculously loaded salad, as I like to call it. And the funny thing is, I'm more of a like chef salad or whatever you want to call it. Every once in a while, I'll do the Caesar thing, but the funny thing is, my daughter, my husband are always, oh, Caesar, Caesar, Caesar. I can only eat so much Caesar salad, and I become sick of it. I like making fresh salads or even a Cobb salad. Oh, like in summer, I will eat as many salads as I possibly can consume. Which I'm kind of looking forward to the summer season getting here so I can get my salad on. And then I eat a lot of wraps too. I am so there for summer. Bring on the summer. Not the funny thing is, I don't want the summer for the heat. I don't want the heat. I don't mind a nice warm day, but I don't want no sauna days. Trader Joe's fajitas for lunch. Good, but not great. I don't think we have anything. I wonder what our closest thing to Trader Joe's is. I don't think we have a Trader Joe's. We have a Shoeless Joe's. Trying to think if I've heard that one. Well, that's the thing. No matter where I buy the food, like store bought, for some reason, homemade is always 10 times better. I can't deal with eggs and lettuce. You don't like eggs and lettuce? Or you just don't like cutting them up? Yeah, because peppers and onions are so good together. Sorry, J Rob. I know you hate onions, but I love my onions. Can't eat. That's the thing. Like, it's like the same thing with the Philly cheesesteak. I went to a place and they didn't put onions in the onions or green peppers in the Philly cheesesteak, and I was like, no, 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 this is not a Philly cheesesteak, people. Stop it. This is like you just slap some meat with some sauce on a bread. Like, no. And the worst thing is they use like cheese slices, like the black diamond cheese slices, and it's like, no, this is not how this goes, people. I could have slapped this together in my kitchen if I wanted to. The reason I'm paying for you is I want good quality. But can't always get what you want. Sometimes you just gotta put up with what you get. Yes, I always find with circles, I'm always tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Not my favorite shape. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna let that go and cure that. This is our completed Monty Mole. He's cute. He's gonna go add it up into the collection. Cobb salad usually has boiled eggs. I think I'm traumatized myself when I was younger, thinking eggs was cheese, and at the salad bar, and oh my goodness. Well, I'm not gonna lie. My dad almost turned off deviled eggs for me, but now I make them myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for some deviled eggs. No, I love eggs. I'm not gonna lie. Which the funny thing is, I didn't even think the other morning I made some French toast. But I didn't make it like the traditional way. What I did was I cut up the bread into cubes, put it in a bowl, put it in the cinnamon and the egg, and mixed it all into the bread. Then I put them in muffin tins and added bacon to the top of 6 of them, and then added rhubarb, strawberry, and cranberries to the other 6, and cooked them in the oven, and they were so good. Then my husband's like, I've never been a fan of French toast, even since I was a kid. I'm like, but why? What's so wrong about French toast? For some reason, I had the epiphany later. Forgot he doesn't like eggs. Not that he doesn't like them. He'll eat very little of them, like a tablespoon, and he's like, "That's my egg quota. Like, yeah, I'm done." And I just realized I'm trying to feed the guy French toast. Oops, didn't mean to. We call that bread pudding. Okay. What we call bread pudding, the Newfoundland traditional way, we take bread, we soak it with water, add some flour, some baking soda, some onion. You can add other seasonings if you like. With me, we usually put in summer savory because we kind of make it look taste like our dressing. I put the recipe in my Discord for our Newfie dressing, and then we boil that with our Diggs dinner, which is all our vegetables. That's like our traditional way of doing a bread pudding. Yeah, if you look at the recipe on it, I think it was the first one I put is Newfie dressing. We eat that turkey, chicken. Sometimes I'll even batter my chicken with that recipe because I love dressing so much. A lot of people call it stuffing, but we call it dressing at Newfie. But it's so good. The kids love it. Kids love it. Even the husband likes it. He's always like, "Ooh, we're having chicken. Can you make stuffing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. We can have stuffing every day of the week. Why not?" Oh, actually, J. Rob, you won't like it. Well, you could take the onions out of it. We cook it with onions, but you could go without the onions. My sister hates onions. She goes without the onions. But for me, I don't. Well, she hates onions, but because the traditional Newfoundland flavor has the onions in it, sometimes she'll just add onion powder to her mix a little bit of it. She hates onions. I do French. Oh, you do the whole cubed French toast thing. Oh no, I didn't think to add nutmeg, and I have it in the cupboard. I don't know. I was looking at things. And I'm like, oh, I'll just keep it simple with cinnamon. I should have added nutmeg too. I think, see, the way you are with eggs and onion. Well, onion, I think you just generally don't like, but the way you are with the eggs, that's how I am with raisins. Like I was telling the kids the other day, in our Halloween trick or treat bags. Remember, you always getting that little red box of raisins. I swear, I got 90% raisins and like 10% candy. And like even now, like I'll eat a raisin every once in a while, but I'm like, yeah, it's not doing it for me. Can't do it no more. Which is funny because I loved them as a kid, and all my friends used to make fun of me. Oh, raisins are gross. And I'm like, no, they're good. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, now I'm that person that, ew, raisins are gross. Unless they're chocolate covered raisins. But then again, chocolate covered anything is good. Or at least that's my opinion. Yes, sun made raisin. Yes, exactly that one. I graduated to yogurt raisins. I have not been a fan of the yogurt raisins. But the other day, I was at the dollar store, and lo and behold, I don't know if you guys have the same one as we do, but I haven't seen these since I was a kid, and they were glossettes. So they're the chocolate covered raisins or chocolate covered peanuts. I had to buy both because I hadn't seen them in so long. I was like, glossettes? Oh my gosh, this is my childhood. Then I bit into them and like, raisin. I'm going back to the peanut ones. I like the peanut ones more. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna buy the peanut ones. Kind of over raisins. Okay. Now, can we get two? Ooh, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna draw that. I don't have to hand draw nothing. Sometimes we gotta remember our tools and not our fingernails. They are not tools. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna try this out. Something like that. Try that again. Try that again, folks. I think like that better. Oh, maybe, maybe. Okay, we like that. I was raised in Cali. Always had fresh fruits and vegetables all year round, and good foundation for liking his food. My husband refuses. No joke. He will not eat any veggies besides corn. I swear to God, J. Rob, Your husband and my husband are somewhat alike. They are somewhat alike because mine, if he had to pick the vegetable for food, it would be corn. Always corn. Getting him to eat other vegetables, I've even tried to make him eat it so bad to say, well, you say the kids have to eat their vegetables, so you have to do it. Yeah, didn't necessarily work that way. You know what? I don't like that these bled, so I gotta redo these parts. So I like the mouth. Keep that first. Dirt. No fruit besides canned peaches. Well, that's the other thing that my husband absolutely cannot stand is peaches. I'll even go out of the way to buy peach alcohol so he won't drink it on me. That's how much he doesn't like peach. No matter what, he will try his darndest not to drink any peach alcohol. My husband will eat corn. He'll eat a cooked carrot on the rare occasion. But as in that, vegetable wise, good luck even getting him to eat vegetables. But mind you, this was the same guy that I married, knowing that he did not like his food touching. That was another ordeal at that point. To the fact that his favorite staple food was French fries. French fries, French fries, French fries. He won't eat rice or pasta at all. Only side he eats is potatoes. Well, he must be best friends with Potatosaurus. But what ways does he like the potatoes? Always. Because my husband, he only likes potatoes as fries. We've we've slowly got him to eat roasted potatoes or jacket potatoes, but mashed potatoes he does not like. Oh boy, luck feeding him mashed potatoes. He's like, why? Why'd you make mashed potatoes? I was like, 'cause I wanted to. Mm, could you make fries? Anyway, if they are plain, no seasoning. Oh, that's like a sin. No garlic and butter mashed potatoes. That one's my favorite. Garlic and butter mashed potatoes. I'd sell a kid. Oh wait, let's just say garlic and butter with yeah, garlic butter mashed potatoes. What else was it? Oh my god, it just popped in my head. Oh, with a little bit of milk. No garlic. Oh. I my one of my daughter's friends, she cracked me up because Michaela was like, "Oh, we're gonna have garlic bread with chili." She's like, "Garlic bread's only with spaghetti." I was like, "What? You the only thing you think garlic bread belongs with is spaghetti?" I was like, "Do you realize you can have garlic bread and pizza? You can have garlic bread and chili. You can have garlic bread and." I'm like, who taught you that it was only for spaghetti? Like that's a sin. Cheese on potatoes not bad. No, not at all. I think that's good. My husband's not the biggest cheese fan, but I've slowly started turning him into a cheese fan. Slowly, but surely, I'm turning him into a cheese fan. I can't believe no garlic. Like that hurts me deep within my soul. Now, everybody has different taste buds. Like I think because I literally cook onion in everything, one, if not both of my kids by the time they're an adult is gonna hate onion. the same way I hate raisins. I can feel it, but sorry, I just love it. Not even if it was homemade. He only likes the New York brand ones. My kids prefer it homemade. They prefer if I made it homemade. They're like, homemade, yes. Can't believe that. Store bought ones over homemade. Wow, I wouldn't be able to do that. I couldn't even do that with my kids and my husband. I was always like, nope, we're not eating anything then if you guys can't agree on things. I just can't do it. Like, nope, nope, nope. I thought my husband was problems in the beginning. That would drive me bananas. But that's the thing, everybody has their own palate. Mine went from not even eating fish, and now he eats fish. He'll also eat shrimp now. I appreciate the fact that he's changed his palate over the years. He also now eats uh, a lot more cheese varieties. Or it literally was McDonald's French fries, McDonald's French fries, McDonald's French fries. Now he doesn't eat them as much as he used to. Thank Bob. But that was his go to. Getty for me, plain hamburger for him. Plain hamburger? Boy. Wow. He is really picky. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, everybody has their preferences, but wow, plain hamburger? My son doesn't even eat plain hamburgers anymore. I've integrated him. Now he eats one with eggs on with runny eggs on it and everything. Salad for me, peanut butter sandwich for him. Well, can't go wrong with the peanut butter sandwich. I can't deny that one. Oh my god, he almost divorced me when I made him a box of bread. It hurt the soul and tastes like sweet cornbread. No condiments at all. Wow. See, I'm not used to seeing adults with no condiments at all. Kids, yes, they kind of like grow into it, but wow, that takes talent. I would die if the doctor had to tell me no, you can't have any more condiments. I'd probably die. Like no, 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 no. Wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. My goodness. You are a good wife for making two different meals every day. I would not be able to do that. Couldn't even do that for my well. I say that's a lie. I tried when I was at my heaviest weight, and like I started getting a little more serious about it. I would cook one meal for me and the husband because the husband said he would do it with me. Mind you, he complained about some of the dinners I would make, but now he loves them. It's hilarious how it worked. But then I'd have to make something for the kids, and I was like, oh my god, am I really gonna do this every day? No one would ever make him eat cooked certain, so he catered to his child. Right? That's exactly like me. My parents forced me to eat that stuff. I don't necessarily force my kids, but every a few months I will tell them, "Why don't you try a bite of mine? Why don't you try this?" And now the only thing my son doesn't like on hamburgers now is like he doesn't want tomatoes on his hamburger because it's not so much the texture or the taste. He just doesn't like them when they slide out. So like I totally get that one. But he now has mustard sometimes, very rare, but it has to be honey mustard. And he likes uh, just a few things now. I've been always the kids have been grown up on vegetables, always eating their vegetables. So they stop eating their vegetables when they're an adult. I'll be shocked because they're the ones asking sometimes, "Are we gonna have broccoli tonight?" Also because I ran a daycare, so I'd force the kids at daycare to also be eating broccoli and carrots and your vegetables. But yeah, I was always told you weren't leaving the table till you were done. But that was because I was an underweight child. So I would literally. There are stories I've heard that they would feed me breakfast and I'd still be there at supper time with breakfast at the table, just sitting there refusing to eat. Itself. So if he likes a slice of tomato with lots of salt on it, does he like the green fried tomatoes? Or no, because that would have a fried base over it. Your husband is interesting me with his palate. But see, this is why I tell my husband I had to force the kids to do things because I was afraid that I knew one kid growing up that I think to this day he still only eats craft dinner. And like literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner is craft dinner. Like I don't even know if it's like how are you supposed to live just eating craft dinner your whole life? Like you gotta try new foods. You never know what you'll like unless you try it. I'm not gonna lie, my kids eat vegetables. They eat fish. My son is not the biggest fan of chili when I make it. He'll only eat the bowl the night it's made. After that, he won't eat leftover chili. That's where he kind of draws his line. That's where his is kind of like, nope. But I think that's okay as long as he keeps trying. But yeah, it's hard, especially when you get older. Like when I first got with my husband, oh boy, I learned the hard way. His food could not touch on the plate. I had to make everything separate and pretty much plain. And I was like, yo, seriously, I am not doing this. I was like, this is annoying. Go set up your own plate at this point. I'll cook the food. You're setting up your own plate because I'm not doing this no more. Like, I wouldn't even do this for my own kids. I'm not doing it for you. I don't love you. I do, but I can't. And I must say, now, now he eats everything. Pardon? Quickly, if you hear some background noise, the kid's sharpening a pencil. He asked first, like a good little boy. My barbecue sauce, no ribs, no dips, no like summer food, potato salad, macaroni. Oh my goodness. That is definitely a crazy palate. Well, you know what I would tell my husband if I were you? You ain't gonna get nothing better than me. No other woman's gonna do this. I don't know if you've ever heard those ones growing up. I did a million times. No one else would put up with you. Like my son used to tell me, no one else would put up with your father the way I do. Now I somewhat understand that because when my husband was like that in the beginning, I was like, dude, I am not putting up with this. This is going to drive me absolutely bananas. But I learned to be okay with it over time, and he learned to change his palate a bit. At least now I can actually set him up a plate of food that touches. Ooh, that one was the worst. But I get it. There are people out there that, for some reason they don't like it. It's like my daughter. There's certain foods like she will eat. Um, really, what's it called? Um, my goodness, if I could only remember the name of it. She will eat. Uh, Spinach. Oh my god, I can't believe I couldn't think of spinach. She will eat spinach that is not cooked, but she will not eat spinach cooked because of the texture. That's where she kind of draws her line. Like, nope. But it's okay. Like I said, everybody has their palate. But the one thing I couldn't, I was like, if I'm gonna be cooking your meals and you want me to put it on your plate, food is going to touch. I'm just gonna slap it on the plate. I don't have time. But I guess having kids is what changed his ways of thinking because he used to say things. Well, when I'm the dad, and I was like, yeah, but think about it. Monkey see, monkey do. Kids aren't gonna eat it if you're not eating it. I think that's also how I got him to eat vegetables. The kids, if you're telling me the kids they have to eat their vegetables, you have to eat yours. It's crazy, but I love him. I get bored of what it's like. So I make myself fried rice and a burrito. Well, yeah, did you eat all those burritos? You made a lot of burrito the other day, wasn't it? You were going through it for days. Or chili? Burritos or chili? Something like that. I'm with you on liver. Onions, I like. Brussels sprouts, I like. Fish, like crab and shrimp. Oh, I live with the sea. Give me all the seafood. That's where I go for my birthday every year for seafood every day. Yeah, well, if I could, but that's the thing. Seafood is good for you, but it's so expensive. That's what makes me so angry. I don't know why seafood has to be so expensive. But for anyone that doesn't like seafood, obviously that wouldn't bother them. Ooh, this is looking cool. Chewy, stringy, like ew. See, I love everything. I even convinced my son to eat octopus, and he doesn't mind it. I love octopus. I love anything that comes from the sea. Like I love it. Like lobster. Oh, I wish lobster wasn't so expensive. Love lobster. Love crab. Trying to think if there's anything in the sea that I've tasted and not liked. I had to grow to like oysters just because of the slimy texture. You've never tried octopus? I've never tried it like you see in some of those videos where they pour like the soy sauce on them and they're moving. Mine have always been uh frozen from the store, already kind of chopped up seafood mixes that I can cook myself for pretty cheap. It's not the best, but at least it fits my budget when I'm craving seafood. Which when 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with diabetes, seafood was something I could eat without worrying about so much of the carbs. I had escargot at our honeymoon and it wasn't really good. You know what? I think I've only ever tried escargot once. I never really go to any places that would order escargot. It's like every time I go somewhere like to treat myself because my kids don't like seafood, I want like, now you do. In the beginning you didn't. I want like, seafood. So well, like I like going to places where you can get calamari too. Yes, bring on the calamari. I'm just gonna outline this first. I haven't had escargot, I don't think, in years. I kind of want to try that. I like Popeye's shrimp, battered shrimp. Mm, that's my go-to when I go to Popeyes because I don't like their chicken. I find their chicken is too greasy. But I like that. Yeah, I grew up Christian, Salvation Army or Sally Ann. And then I did get my kids christened, but we do no longer attend church. I just couldn't do the church thing anymore because too many bad things happened at the church that I was at, and I didn't like a couple of the officers that came in there and stuff. So, and it seemed like they were always out for money, 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 and I just couldn't do that. I was like, nope. Like I'll raise my kids on good morals, but I can't. I don't want them seeing some of the bad stuff that happens. So, kind of just stepped away. They know the Bible. They know, you know, good deeds versus bad deeds and things, but we do not officially go to churches. Yeah, well, we don't have Gulf Coast here. We have it is so tiny, and the funny thing is, my husband because they said new on the menu item was bigger shrimp. I was like, yeah, they're gonna give you bigger shrimp, but there's gonna be no, you're only gonna get like 5 pieces. And sure enough, exactly what I told my husband when he ordered it. It was like 8 pieces. They were a little bigger, but it was only 8 pieces. And I was like, see, this is why I told you. Might as well just get the small shrimp. At least I'll have a few to chew on. But yes, it is definitely a small bite size. I think you can even buy popcorn chicken at the store that's bigger. Sad to say. But that's why I like sometimes I just like to buy the stuff myself and bread it myself. Like go buy tiger shrimp and then bread it yourself. At least then you know what you're getting in each bite. I think that's why I too some like most of the time just prefer home cooked meals versus store bought because I find store bought I'm paying money but I don't want to be let down, but I always end up somewhat let down. Even though sometimes it doesn't turn out when I cook it the way I want it to. Just feel like sometimes that's the better option. They're gonna cure that much. Oh, you guys don't? That's interesting. Your husband's Baptist and you're Catholic and you don't attend church together? You have a red lobster. Yes, we do have red lobster. It is expensive, but I go to that's where I used to go for my birthday because that was like the best seafood place around. But then a few years ago, they opened Captain Boyle's. I don't know if you've heard of that place, but they do like a boil up of seafood. So now that's my go to because I can go there and get lobster, shrimp, mussels, variety. Whereas when I go to Red Lobster, it's like mostly just lobster or shrimp. Ugh. So I go to Captain Boyle's now. It is so good. So if you're Baptist and your husband, sorry, your husband's Baptist and you're Catholic, and you don't go to church together, did you guys get married by a church? Sorry, you don't have to answer that if that's too personal, but I'm just a little curious. See what we did because I was Salvation Army, and technically the husband's family is Pentecostal. I guess that's what it's called. Yes, okay. We did one kid at my church for their baptism saving or whatever you want to call it. Well, we call it cradle roll in the Salvation Army. I don't you're on the cradle roll, but and then we did the other one at the other one, and then we decided to get married at his mom's church. So we kind of like split everything down the middle. That's what we felt worked best because we wanted to keep both sides of the family happy. So we decided we just split it down the middle and go with the flow since the first child got baptized before well had their christening because we call it christening in the Salvation Army. Since the first child had the christening first, we did the son's baptism and the well, no christening too is what your mom. But we did the wedding and his at his mom's church, so that way everybody was happy. We didn't want to let anyone down. Our main goal was at least they had the ceremony. Tradition was still held. No courthouse. It was a quick wedding because we were supposed to be shipped out in the army. We rushed the wedding, but 1 week before he was supposed to ship out for basic training, they denied him because he's deaf in his right ear. I didn't know that they did that kind of denial. Really? I thought just anyone could. I didn't know there was like certain standards to get in. Wow. I'm kind of shocked to hear that, to be honest. I'm like, I always thought that like anybody that went there got in. How naive of me. Well, hopefully that was for the better for you guys than the worse. But wow, I'm in shock. The recruiter said it wouldn't matter if they did all the paperwork, fit him, for his uniform and he had his date to leave. Wow. I, to me, that's like discriminating, is it not? Like, you're signaling him out because he's deaf in one ear? Seems kind of not right to me. I definitely could see how that is. Cause I honestly, I would feel the same way as your husband. To be completely honest, I would have felt the same way. I can't believe that. I'm so sorry that happened to him. Like that's like a self esteem blow and everything blow. Like, oh my god, that's in my books. That's not cool. Not cool at all. I tell my kids not to do those kind of things. And then the government army, kind of the same thing, right? They're run by the government. No, but that makes me mad. That irks me. I am so sorry that happened to him. I really am. I'm definitely going to be telling my husband this story tonight because I just think that's shocking. Shocking. Well, at least the bonus is you got married early, so you got to have many more years together. Sucks that you felt kind of forced to have it when you did, and things didn't go as planned. And then for the reason why you did it. I'm still, as you can tell, I'm still in shock over that. Like, wow, yeah, that's my dad's birthday, 9/11. So that day is kind of ingrained in my brain. No, he wasn't born the year that the World Trade Center thing happened, but like the fact that it was my dad's birthday, it's like a date I can't forget. Coming along. Yeah, the letter 6 days before. Wow. Yeah, that's why I'm saying the rush thing. Like, a certain family couldn't have probably made it. You probably didn't make it the dream wedding you probably dreamed of having. Mind you, I kind of got rushed to have my wedding too because my grandparents came up from Newfoundland and they were like, "Well, we're gonna die soon," and I was like, we're already here for your cousin's wedding. You guys should get married. You guys have a kid." So I decided I didn't want to upset the grandparents. So let's get married. We literally planned a wedding in probably 8 months. And it wasn't even a big thing. We just got married at his mom's church and we had the reception in our 1 bedroom apartment. But it was memorable because, I don't know anybody else that had a wedding like that. So, you know, we had, I think, 25 people in a 1 bedroom apartment with I took all my furniture, stuck it all in my 1 bedroom, put out tables and chairs. My grandmother and grandfather made our wedding cake, and they also made cold plates, which is a new free dinner. for the wedding. So we all got married at the mom's church and then came back to my apartment. And that was pretty much my wedding. And I did not know it was true that they don't sell white after Labor Day because we got married in September. And I wanted my husband to be in a white tux. He wanted to wear a white tux. But that didn't happen. That wasn't in the cards because they don't sell white after Labor Day. Learned that one the hard way. But I really wanted to marry him in a white tux. But it's okay, you know? Just happy we got married, regardless of how it went down or whatever. Like, he's my best friend. So I will take every extra year that I get with him as a blessing. Hopefully, he can put up with me when I'm old and grumpy. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. You better put up with me when I'm old and grumpy. Like the saying says, till death do us part. That's what we told each other that day. We had the party at his house. They used the money that we would have spent on the last minute. Hey, at least you did that. I didn't make enough money off our little wedding because like wasn't very many family members there. But I did end up having $50 go missing out of my room. We had enough money to pay the church, and that was it. We never, to this day of this year, will be 17 years. Nope, sorry, 16 years of marriage this year. And we have never had a honeymoon. Because I always thought, no, kids are the responsibility. Hold on a second. Babe. $300 for two people and a 4-night cruise. Boy, I miss those prices. Wow. I wish I knew those prices existed. I would have been all over that. I would have been all over that price. That's crazy. That's a crazy good price. At least I think it's a crazy good price. Yeah, now cruises are like thousands of dollars. I don't know. Maybe when the kids move out and have their own lives, we'll be able to do a cruise. But I don't know if he will handle boats. Who knows? Always worth a shot, right? But I know a lot of people too. They seem like the older people nowadays. They seem like that uh cruising is cheaper than like paying rent. They have like their uh little like Florida home, especially some people up here. Like they do that Florida home, and then they like just cruise for the like summer months that they can't be in their like little winter escape place. And I'm like, and some people say it's even cheaper because of all the perks that you get the more you cruise or something like that. I'm still imagining getting our vows renewed someday. Maybe the 30th anniversary. Well, you never know. My grandparents, um, my grandfather's brother, he renewed his vows a few years ago. I had to go to that. They did it at their 50th. And I was like, wow. 50 years. You don't hear many people say 50 anymore. That's impressive. My grandparents have never renewed their vows. I think they're at like 64 years now or something. Because they're in their 80s. I'm just like, wow, goals. I want to stay married that long. Is that even a possibility? But I'm hoping. I'm trying. We're keeping each other in check. Okay, this Fall Guy's turning out okay too. Uh, well, you're at 22 years, so I guess it's time to stop dropping the hints for the 30th. I want a wedding renewal in my on our 30th. Wouldn't it be nice to do a wedding renewal on our 30th? You know, keep dropping those hints. I'm sure he'll pick up on them. April 9th, we would be married. Might have been my grandparents' 71st anniversary. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. That's goals. That's goals. Being married this long, I don't drop hints. I just plan it. See, I could just plan it. Can't guarantee he'd show up though. That's when I probably get a. Oh, my mom calls. She needs me to go put together something. But then again, if I let his mom in on it, she'll drag him. I know if I had to plan something, he'd find the loophole. He'd find it. I'm still looking for the loophole not to feed. Joking. Right, Sandy, $300 for a cruise. Oh my god, looking into them last year, and they were 2,000 a person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're so expensive. Aw, that's the hardest thing. Like with us too, it's the same thing. Like my grandparents spend their birthday alone because we're all up in Ontario. So they spend Christmas alone. They spend New Year's alone. They're in their 80s and they've got nobody there. Like I feel bad for them, but they also understand that we all have to do. Money is tight nowadays. Like holy crow, nobody can afford just to take a vacation just for a party. Like it has to be a pretty big once in a lifetime occasion. Can't just be jumping on a plane to go for birthdays. Ooh, check out last minute cruises. I might have to do that one day. Maybe I'll check me out one. 'Cause, you know, I'd like to go on a cruise. I would. There's a few of the cruises that I've looked at packages wise, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds like fun. But it's like, A, you gotta pay for the cruise, which is already, expensive, sure. But you also have to pay for um a plane ride. That's like that's yet another thing. They just seem to keep adding up and adding up and adding up, and it's like, whoa, it's getting pretty darn expensive. Okay. I want to tuck that up. Bit. A trip to Hawaii. Ooh, that sounds fun. For her 50th, so it's a special occasion. Yeah, see, special occasions when you feel like you can squeeze something in a little easier. But for like I need to get home for like next year. We have to save up money next year. I wanted to go to Newfoundland and visit family this year, but that's not going to happen. But next year my husband's sister's getting married, and I have to go to Grenada for probably October time because she seems to always do everything by her birthday. Oh, she's actually doing it in July now? Sweet. So, you know, that's the trip I've got to make. His sister's getting married. Just like in 2019 was our last trip anywhere. And that was for my brother's wedding. COVID hit, and it's like traveling is even more expensive now. Okay, getting there. Well, I hope you have an amazing time, Sandy, in Hawaii. That's one of my bucket list places. That, New Zealand. Oh man, like I want to travel the world. Hawaii, New Zealand. I want to go to Scotland, Ireland. Like there's so many people places on my bucket list that I'm hoping one day I can afford to go there, but the way prices keep going, I don't know if that's ever gonna be a thing. My sister and I took a cruise a few years ago. I had to save for a very long time, right? The only way to do anything is to save for a long time. Unless somehow magically, you do your taxes and you get a nice chunk back and you don't have to pay it on a bill. Go buy the tickets then and go. There's a port here, so I really think I'm going to pursue being a nail tech or for one of the cruise lines. Like you want to try and do it on the ship, or you want to try to do it like in a place right besides the cruise ship where people would come in. I think it would be interesting, but I can imagine that's gonna test your patience being all rocky and trying to do nails. Yeah, on the ship. Yeah. Well, hopefully they never have any wavy bad weather because I can imagine that would make it a bit tougher. That would make it tougher for sure. We're already trying to make nails decent on practice hands and hands itself. I can imagine with added waves, there's going to be a learning curve. But hey, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Try it. You won't you won't know if you don't like if you won't know if you like it unless you try it, right? So we always gotta try it. And hey, that's sometimes we push our boundaries. And hey, free cruises while working, or cheaper cruises while working, one of the two. And nail techs on the cruise would be awesome, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm a homebody, so I don't know, but can you imagine free travel? That's the part I would like, the free travel. That would be cool. But at the same time, I'm like, mm, can I make quality nails while bouncing around on the ocean? I'd hope. Let's see, you never know unless you try. And if that's one of your dreams, I think about it. Especially if you can get a cabin for you and your husband, and you only have to pay for his trip, and then he gets to go on a vacation with you. Yeah, you have to work some of the time, but you just got like a honeymoon for free. Oh, you don't feel it? Really? Well, I've never been on a cruise line. The only place I've been on a boat is the boat crossing to Newfoundland. And that ocean gets wavy sometimes. And like sometimes, I know it's not as big as a cruise ship, mind you, but I walk like a drunk person. There's a guy on TikTok who used to sing on a cruise line and tell stories about how all the places he traveled. Seems like the only way to do it these days, unless you win the lotto, right? I'm on that. Bring on the lotto. I would need one. I want a private plane too, so I can just go where I want to go. People on cruise generally have money, so I just in this spot. Well, I don't know if I'll have money for that kind of stuff. Really? Wow. Guess I have to get me on a cruise ship then. I need to get me on one. My husband will love it then if it's not rocky at all. And you can't tell it's moving. Well, man, if you look up North Sydney, I forget what the boats are called. I'll put it in there to show you what the boats look like that we cross on to go to Newfoundland. But it is a ferry, and I can tell you, I moved up here in the winter one year. That boat was so rocky. Ocean was not forgiving. But I do hope to take a cruise one day. I hope to be that like I say this now, probably not gonna happen, but I'll put it in the universe. I want to be that grandma that can like, hey, for Christmas, I'm gonna take my whole family on a cruise and give the kids experiences that I couldn't really give them and give my grandkids the experiences I couldn't really give them when they were younger. But that's the pipe dream, right? We just have to go with whatever we get. Be thankful for what we got going on. Okay, we're almost on Fall Guy too. And what time is it? Oh, almost on that 3 hour mark. So we literally did two nails this stream. What? We did good. We did good this stream. Now we're just got two more nails to do next week to start off the week, I guess. Hopefully, I feel good enough to get them done Monday. Oh, wait, no, well, it depends on what time the school calls. I forgot I have a meeting with the school on Monday. Uh, but we'll see. maybe we'll stream Monday. If not, we'll stream Tuesday. Sure, one of those days. That's the fit. One of those days. But I think we're gonna have to press hold on our Doctor Who set. We're gonna have to start the Star Wars set. So if you guys have any ideas on what you would like to put on the nail, what character, put them in my Discord, and we'll see what we can do. I'm kind of interested. Obviously, we know Darth Vader will probably want Princess Leia. Probably, but remember, we have 10 nails and 2 are pinkies, which are kind of small, so we'll have to figure that out. When you first take your first take the cruise, it feels like you're leaving port. If you're on the dock watching the water, your body knows, but if you're inside, you only know from the sound of the engines and if they're at the bottom of the boat. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a good idea, J Rob. Oh, lifesavers on the pinky. That would fit on a pinky too. I think that might have to be the pinky. Good idea. I like that idea. I like that a lot. I guess we've already figured out pinkies. What is it? Red and green, right? No, red and blue. No? Oh, I can't even remember. Wow. I'll have to do some research. It's been a while. The last thing I watched was Mandalorian. That was good. That was really good. I have crocheted all the Star Wars. Okay, and why are you eating all the seaweed right now? Like seriously, there was like 6 packs there. We You don't eat everything all at once. Sorry guys, have to be a parent in the middle of my stream. There was not just 2 packs in that box. I saw that box this afternoon. Don't give me attitude. What Star Wars are you thinking? Well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I think Yoda's gonna have to be one, or do we do Baby Yoda or Yoda? Do we end up just doing his head? I don't know how much of him will fit on there, but I think Yoda will have to be one. That's why I'm saying if you have any ideas, we can drop them in the Discord. But I think obviously Darth Vader has to be one. Princess Leia, I guess, has to be another one. We have 10 nails. We have some, I think, that we have no other choice to kind of do because, like, everybody knows who they are. And it's funny because it might end up to turn out to be like at the Mario set where you have to end up making 2 sets because there's so many things. But I guess we are officially putting Doctor Who on hold for another couple weeks. But we'll have to see, I guess, what we're going to do with the Star Wars ones. But then we'll have to go with. Then we'll go back to Doctor Who. Because I'm not putting that one off too much longer. Okay, I think we're all outlined. So now we're going in for the full cure. I just posted a pic of the top 12 characters. Oh, good idea, J Rob. Top 12. Okay. Like I said, this might end up being like the Mario set. We might have to make a second one, but we'll probably take a break in between it, maybe. Try to finish it on the 4th. And then try to have the grand reveal of the last 2 nails being done on the 4th, or the last nail, depending on how long they take. But then we'll do Doctor Who, and if people are liking the Star Wars, we can go back to the Star Wars, I guess. We want to do what you guys want to watch me do. I don't mind trying different things. Like People suggested I should possibly do the 420 stream. I did the 420 stream. That was fun. It was different. I think it was a nice little break from doing characters. But I will always love to do characters. I think it's nice for you guys to have that little switch up instead of, oh, look, just the girl painting the one nail. It's cartoon style, but it shows the most recognizable characters. Okay, well, cartoon style's okay. We could do cartoon style too. The cartoon style is a little more forgivable when I'm not like those people that can draw those portraits. Those people are amazing. Cartoonish, I can kind of manipulate a bit better. I find. I'm hoping one day I can make like portrait style ones, but I know I'm no um guys placement here, so whatever, good enough. I'm not good at the highlights, lowlights, and all that in the facial features to make those yet. But I'm an Ewok girl. When I was a kid, my favorite plate that I got, because you know how you used to be able to get those plates? I don't know. Well, I think in the States you got the plates too. We got them in Canada. Uh, oh my goodness, what's his name? I just had it in my head and now I forgot it. Oh, go figure. Try to do one thing at once. Think and paint. Oh my god, what is it called? Oh my god. I wanted to say Jabba. Not Jabba the Hutt. What was it called? Oh my god. My brain is just frazzled. Watch, after the stream's done, it'll come to me. Chewbacca? No, no, no. Not Chewbacca. Oh my goodness. It's the dinosaur looking one. Oh my goodness. What is it? Oh my goodness. I gotta Google it. Okay. There we go. We're gonna go in for the full cure. I'm gonna have to Google things now. Oh my goodness. I feel like so new because it's been so long since I've pampered down that aisle. Okay. Jar Jar. That's exactly who I'm thinking of. Thank you. Oh, you said Jar Jar Binks? So sorry. I couldn't hear. I was lost in my own thinking world trying to think it out. Yes, that's the one. Jar Jar. Okay. We are at the end again. Woohoo. We have 2 more nails left to our second Mario set. You guys have been along for this crazy journey. I hope you guys have been having as much fun as I have. I think I'm having more fun because I'm you know impressing myself with how they're turning out. But enjoying all your companies and your chats and your stopping bys. Remember, I don't care if you stop by for a second and then disappear. I don't care if you never even chat. You're just watching. As long as you're enjoying what you're seeing and I can bring a little bit of happiness to whatever day you're having, that's all that matters to me. Everything else, just a bonus. I just want to build a nice, positive, supportive community for everyone where we can challenge each other and keep each other up on new trends. And when we're stuck trying a new trend, we can ask each other for help. Oh, like, oh, how did you do this? How do you do that? That's all I'm trying to do. And I hope I just, if somebody's having a bad day, I can make them feel good for a few minutes and take their mind off of things. I've been chatting it up so much I stopped whining about being sick for a few hours. Hey, see? That's what we're working on. Making the day just be a little better. Cause I know I can be a big whiner too when I'm sick. My husband might want to throw me out. That guy is simple but so cute, right? And same with that's why I decided if that's why I put on the post today. I could probably do Monty the Mole and Shy Guy because they both seem kind of simple, not too much detail, right? So today we got Shy Guy. I think he turned out pretty cute. And we did Monty the Mole. And these two joined the collection. I think one of these is going to be the piranha plant, and I haven't figured it yet. I was thinking maybe I might do the bullet going down or up, but we'll see for sure what we end up going with. But we only have 2 more nails done. Then we've decided today we're going to do Star Wars. So if you guys have any ideas on Star Wars that you want to do, feel free to pop it in the Discord. If you also have an idea of what you want to see on stream, if you want to see me use foils, if you want to see me do a certain set, just let me know. Put it in my Discord. There's never a dumb idea. Who knows? We are all here to inspire each other. Great job, all. Thank you. Thank you so much. I tried my best. That's what I always try to do, even if it turns out a little wonky. As long as I try my best, that's all that matters, right? That's what I tell the kids, and that's what I tell you guys. As long as you tried your best today at doing something that you like, good for you. And if you didn't, guess what? We got tomorrow. We always get more chances. So enjoy the chances that you got. Well, I guess that's it for my stream. I hope to see some of you guys tonight at Ramon Works for the movie night. Unless that chance canceled while I was on the stream, I know he's doing movie night tonight, and I'm looking forward to this. I'll catch some of you guys there tonight. If not, I don't know for sure, but check out my Discord. We will be gaming either Saturday or Sunday, or maybe both nights this week. We'll see how it goes. Saturday for sure on Show Me Your KDR. He wants to what? 7:30 on Saturday at Show Me Your KDR. He says he's doing a game night. So then Sunday, maybe because I know he wants to do a different style of game night, so maybe we'll do Jackbox Gaming and What the Dub on Sunday. I mean, if he's doing that one on that day for the community. Well, bye. Thank you guys for coming, and remember to stay positive and have yourself a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you this weekend if you want to play some games. All right. Bye, guys, and thank you so much for your love and support. Bye.